Hello viewers and welcome back to McElroy's Motors, the home of the weird, the boring, the projects, and the adventures. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be taking this 1990 Eagle Premier back to Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. Not because I'm returning it or think the car's a piece of junk, far from that at all. You see, when I bought the car a few weeks ago, I had to drive it home on Pennsylvania plates because the title notary office was closed by the time I got there. So I really had no other choice but to drive it home as it was. And the car's been fantastic. It's covered roughly 2,000 miles since I bought it. The odometer on it sadly doesn't work, but at the same time it's been perfectly reliable. I've been driving it every day and I am super happy with it given the fact I only paid $1,300 for it.
Oh my god! Wow!
So before we head out to Slippery Rock to take care of the title, we're going to unload the car from all the spare parts that the previous owner had given me and make room so therefore we can be nice and fuel efficient as possible, given the fact that that is a 3-liter V6. But it is now time to cue the music. Oh yeah. This Kia Sportage SUV has a license plate that says Big Sexy. I think this car needs it more than that car does any day of the week. I will say, as an owner of a 1997 Saturn SL1 to this, I definitely have noticed that my fuel economy has definitely suffered. Not ideal when gas is $5 a gallon. My Saturn would get 35, 40 miles per gallon no matter how hard I drove it. This is no higher than 24. That's on the highway. I don't take this thing on the highway very much. So when I'm driving it through the city streets like I am now, it gets about 18 miles per gallon. Ouch! But you know what? It's a price I'm willing to pay. It's for sheer nostalgia. Summit Racing Equipment. They have parts to turn any car into a hot rod. I am not going to be doing that with this. We are now passing my brother's house. I do miss him. We have not spoken to each other in 3 years. He lives down this way. He was definitely a case of you can take a horse to the water, but you cannot make it drink. He was always very stubborn, which is sad because I took him to DC for 2021 and 2022. But I hope he's doing well because he's very active on TikTok. I was complaining earlier about the gas prices in the United States reaching $5 a gallon. With this car having a 17 US gallon fuel tank, I can only imagine how much this car would cost to fill up in Europe. Personalized license plates for this car. In the state of Ohio, they have a 7-character limit. I'm thinking about putting like 90 Eagle or PRV, Power, spelled PWR. If you have any ideas, feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'm going to stop here at this Circle K right here, get something to drink, and it's back on the road from there. But this is the small village of Atwater, Ohio. Gorgeous little town this is. figure. I get get the time approved off work to take care of the title situation. A perfect day to enjoy my classic car. And it's raining. That's Ohio for you in May. Or should I say springtime at least. At least the grass will turn green. Everything will be so pretty by next month. If I do get the restoration for this car done between now and November 7th, I am tempted to drive this car all the way down to Washington, D.C. for the Trip Parade. That is 400 miles on back roads, of course. It'll take me about 10, 11, maybe 12 hours. But do you guys think I should do it? Let me know down in the comment section. I forgot to tell you all that my grandfather finally got the check engine light on his Jeep resolved. For a whole 2 days, because after he got that sorted out, the check engine light came back on. Meanwhile, here I am driving in a car where parts for it are very scarce, being probably the only one in this county right now. And yet, do you see check engine light on here? I certainly don't. Who would have guessed that this car, not being known for reliability or parts support, is being more reliable than a Jeep of 10 years ago? Who would have thought? Keep in mind, viewers, one of two things here. One thing, this is a 36-year-old car. And two, despite being sold by Chrysler, this car is not a Chrysler under anyone's imagination. This is basically a Renault. French cars have never had the best reliability record here in the United States, and the same could be said for Peugeots, Citroens, Simcas, and of course this. And I've had 4 of these over the years. My first one, though the body was solid, the engine was on its last legs. The second one I had, again, very solid, but it needed a thorough cleaning because it sat for 12 years, and by that point mice had gotten to it. They'd chewed through the seatbelt and made a huge nest in the air intake. The third one was a complete basket case all on its own. And the fourth one, this one, is absolutely perfect, despite needing just a restoration. All it just really needs is a paint job, some headliner, and maybe the wheels my first car had. But other than that, it's perfect. And the best part about this whole car is the fact that the heater actually does work, which is a good thing because that tells me that the heater core is in good health. The heater cores, the transmissions, and indeed the electrical systems in these cars are not the best. That road I just crossed back there was called Beard Road. I sure as heck hope they did not name it after me. Now that's a hill. Holy shit. Fly, eagle, fly! Woo! I thought Cadillac Hill was steep, but this is a lot steeper. Well, this is pretty interesting. Crossing the junction, and just like that, I'm in Pennsylvania. That was eventless. But hey, at least I made it back to Pennsylvania without problems. Well, this is Newcastle, Pennsylvania. Quite a nice looking area, if looking like it's lost in the middle of time. Not a problem for me though. I like it. Definitely a unique looking bridge, that's for sure. Well, thank God for the gentleman in the Kia Soul behind me for letting me get in front of him, because the street names here are so tiny, like the street signs are so tiny, you don't see them until you jump on them. Like right now, I'm supposedly on Washington Avenue here in this town of Pennsylvania, and I can just barely see it behind the state route marker. It's ridiculous, but it is definitely a pretty part of town. So my advice for anyone who comes out here, please keep a watchful eye on where you're going. It'll definitely save you. instance, I would be complaining about my butt being as numb as it could possibly be. But here we are, having driven about 82 miles, and I'm still very comfortable. It's amazing how comfortable this car really is, especially with leather seats. I would not like to have a car with leather seats, but with this car, you have to get what you can get at this point. I would rather have leather seats and a 4-shift versus my 1989 Premier, which had cloth seats but a column shift. We are now in a school zone, and I thought the speed limit for Ohio school zones being 20 was low, but here it's even lower still. It's only 15. Oh, this is torture. But I gotta keep the kids safe somehow. Yay, school zone's over! Power! As advanced as this car was for its time, I absolutely hate to sound like John Davis from Motor Week, but I'm going to anyway. I do wish this thing had an oil pressure gauge and a voltmeter. Nah, I'm just kidding. I love this car just the way it is. I just passed through a neat little village. It looked like it was right in the middle of a valley of some kind. It had some old train cars and all that good stuff. Stuff that just turns my gears. Besides cars, of course. If only my friend Ethan was with me. The best news is, I only got lost twice! Turns out my printed GPS had let me down somewhat. But we should be there probably in the next 5 minutes. How do I know I did not get scammed with this car? Well, have a look at what's in his driveway. We got this old Ford right here, has a lawn ornament. I see a Buick Roadmaster. I see an AMC Concorde, a Dodge Rampage that he's working on restoring. What else has he got here? The famous Kia Soul. Looks like an old Buick Century in the back with some old tractors that his wife restores. This is Car Guy Haven right here, just in the middle of nowhere.
And the Steelies are, I would probably do something different than the Steelies at some point, but for now they're beautiful and they're on there, so I'm just going to run.
Honestly, I think it looks great.
Yeah, I wish it had the center cap.
This is the Eagles' previous owners, 1972 BMW, what? 2002?
2000 Touring.
And it's also a notchback. This car was sold new in Norway. It is such a treat. He also has a 1939 Farmall tractor out there that he's going to clean up and restore. But wow.
This is my favorite too. It still has the computer alarm, the security sticker on.
You're kidding. I gotta see this.
Ranger. Look at that.
I'll be a monkey's uncle. And I think that's the original glass company too.
Yep,
Lemonade.
Yep. Like I said, with those grooves for the wipers, I've never seen that.
I've never either. Looks like the Radio 10 is original. Are you planning on putting a new sound system in it at some point, or?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, since the car was sold new in Norway, you have to find maybe someone who has like an ABBA cassette or something like that.
Yeah. Gotta stick with the theme. Yeah, I haven't even tried the radio, honestly.
That or 99 red balloons.
Yeah. Oof balloons.
Well, viewers, I'm going to conclude this video here today, but before I go, I just want to give a massive, massive thank you to Brian McConnell for saving this car because of how rare it was. As soon as I saw it on the lift, when I first bought it, I instantly felt 17 all over again. But if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, don't forget to subscribe for more content if you haven't done so already. And I would look forward to seeing you guys in a future video. Take care. Now time to drive this thing 95 miles back to my house. Shouldn't be so bad. It literally is a straight shot home. Well, I've driven about 105 miles to get home. As you can see, it is almost completely dark out. I just pulled in my driveway about 20 minutes ago. Whew! I am exhausted. But somehow, I do not know how this 3,000 pound, full-size, 6-cylinder sedan averaged 37 miles per gallon driving all the way back home. I think it was mainly because I was just taking 2-lane or 4-lane back roads pretty much the entire time. I didn't have to really stop at traffic lights or anything, apart from like 1 or 2. But I was able to get my range up to like 490 miles, which is crazy. I filled up in Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania after we got the title and everything squared away, and the gas gauge had not moved a single inch. This thing's crazy, but I love it.